guys, today I wanted to share with you a recipe on how to make a homemade chai tea latte. I love chai tea lattes, but sometimes I don't like that they're already pre-sweetened and I can't really control how sweet I want it. So if I drive through somewhere, all I can really control is the milk that's being used. So I decided to go ahead and make it at home myself because I enjoy these in the evenings. So I'm going to show you guys how to do this. It's really easy and you probably already have all the ingredients in your home right now. Okay, so over here on the stovetop, I have the heat set to a medium-low temp and I just have a sauce pot. The first thing I'm going to do is add 1 cup of milk. And you can use any kind of milk. I'm using an unsweetened. We're just going to have that set in here on a medium-low heat. So this is going to start to boil. The next thing I'm going to add is just a black tea. I'm using the Numi organic tea, and this one is in the golden chai. You can use black tea, you can use whatever kind of tea that you want. I'm just using this one because it's the golden chai and I'm making chai tea. So I'm going to put that into the milk and just let that steep together. And you'll want to let this steep for about 5 minutes. So I'm just going to put the milk and the chai tea bag in here and just let it steep together. And as this starts to boil, you'll want to take a whisk and just kind of whisk it together. And then right now I'm going to add a half a teaspoon of just pure vanilla. So you'll want to add vanilla to this. And you can always use a fresh vanilla bean if you don't want to use the vanilla, like pure vanilla. I don't have any vanilla beans, otherwise I would have. It would have been delicious in here. And then to this, I'm going to add just a half a teaspoon of fresh ginger. I just took my ginger knob and I grated a little bit of it, and all we need is just a half a teaspoon. So we're going to go ahead and put the ginger in there. And then as this starts to boil, then we're going to go ahead and put all of our spices to this. We're going to add it in. Okay, so the tea has been steeping for about 5 minutes, and I've been stirring it with the whisk. I've just been whisking it around. So the next thing we're going to add is our next few spices. And in here I have a half a teaspoon of each. I have a half a teaspoon of cinnamon, a half a teaspoon of cardamom, and a half a teaspoon of allspice. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in, and then I'm going to take the whisk and just whisk it around. Okay, so I went ahead and whisked all those spices together so everything is all nicely blended. So now to this, what we're going to add is our sweetener. And for this part, you can either add a tablespoon of agave, honey, or maple syrup. I'm going to be using maple syrup, just a pure maple syrup. So just 1 tablespoon. We're going to go ahead and pour that just right inside. And then you're going to want to take your whisk and you're going to whisk this together before we pour it into our mug. I went ahead and transferred our chai tea latte to this bowl just so it's easier to pour. And then I have my coffee cup. So what we're going to do is just go ahead and pour this directly in. I always like to pour it in here just because if I do it out of the saucepan, my luck, it will just spill all over the place. So don't want to do that, especially on camera. So I went ahead and put it in a glass bowl. If you're talented and you can pour it out of the saucepan without burning yourself and pouring it all over the place, then go ahead and do it, but I'm too clumsy for that. So I went ahead and poured it in here. It's nice and hot, and I love making this in the evenings or even in the morning. It's a nice treat to have. But at least if you're making it at home, you can control what's in it. You know what's in it by adding your own spices, your own milk, your own sweetener, and it's a healthier option than just driving through or going to your local coffee shop if you're not really sure if they use an already sweetened boxed chai tea. So it's always nice just to have it, and you can have it whenever you want it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys soon. Bye!